mu CCTV FBI yafulumya eddakiika 2 n'obutikitiki 53 bwali bujiddwamu mu katambi ako FBI yafulumya ate nga kiragibwa n'akatambi konna kaali kakwatemu. Omugenzi Jeffrey Epstein yalina enkolagana ne socialite w'Ebungereza Ghislaine Maxwell ng'ono yamufuniranga abawala abato era yakwatibwa mu 2021 ng'amba socialite okukusa abaana mu by'obukaba okuli n'omuwala w'emyaka 14. Nga bajjajjaffe era gw'oyita naye obuwulire empisa zo kikola ku bantu bangi ddala ebitundu ebiwerera ddala 95. Mu mikwano gye tuli ku Jeffrey Epstein bwe mwali abagagga bannabyabufuzi abafuzi b'ennono abayivu nga Andrew Mountbatten Windisa, Bill Clinton, Donald J. Trump, omulangira Mette Marit alindiridde entebe ya Norway ng'ebirala ebyafulumizibwa House Democratic Caucus mu Septemba 2025 biraga Epstein yalina enkolagana ne Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, Larry Summers n'abalala ab'amaanyi bangi ddala. Kati Trump ebiwandiiko bino bizzeemu okutambula ng'ali mu kaseera ka kulumba ggwanga lya Iran era Trump ono yatiisizza okukuba munnakatemba Trevor Noah.
There you have it. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, oh, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
Nansi wa South Africa olw'okumusaagirako kyeyakoze bwe yabadde ku awaadi za Grammy ku Sunday nga 1 February 2026 nga Trevor yagamba nga tubivuunudde bwe yali alangirira Song of the Year nti Grammy buli munnabitone gy'ayagala nga Trump bw'ayagala Greenland ekikola amakulu kuba akazinga Epstein kaagenda nga yeetaaga akapya gy'aliira obulamu ne Bill Clinton.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
Trump ku mikutu gye egyamugatta abantu yagambye poor pathetic talentless dope of an Ensi. Yagambye agenda kweyagala nga bw'awaabira omu South Africa kazanyiikirizi era wakulagira bannamateeka okumujja mu doola empitirivu. Okyali n'omusunsuzi Benedicto Sekandi abamu kumumanyidde ddala nga Bento Trigger. Trump yeewozezzaako ng'agamba tabeerangako ku kazinga ka Epstein naye si wakwogerera Clinton naye ye tabeerangako ku kazinga ka Caribbean ne Epstein ne bagaba nga mawulire mafu tegakifulumyangako.
Yeah, well, he said that I spent time on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I didn't. I mean, he's a lightweight, this guy. He's a terrible, I think he's terrible. I thought he did a terrible job at the Grammys. I thought the whole Grammys was terrible. I watched part of it. It's not watchable. But he was a lousy host. I'd say not as bad as Jimmy Kimmel, but pretty close. And no, he made a statement about me and Jeffrey Epstein. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do, because that whole thing has turned out, I mean, other than Bill Clinton and, Bill Gates and lots of people that there are a lot of questions about it, but nothing on me. But it was even sort of better than that, because they found that Jeffrey Epstein and this sleazebag writer named Michael Wolff were conspiring against Donald Trump to lose the election. So Epstein was conspiring with a writer for me to lose the election. So right there, you know that I had nothing to do with this guy.
Trump era yayongerako ng'agamba nga tubivunudde. Noah yalemererwa ddala. Funa ebituufu amangu.
Oh man, every single person here, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas, Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nikki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nikki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wap, wap, wap. Look at it. Look at it, baby.
Okutaataganya omukulembeze Donald John Trump kaseera kano ng'ateekateeka kulumba Iran erina okwetereeza nga bukyali kuba nabalaze nti Trump bwe yali agenda okukunkumulwa omukono mu kibyamu 2020 olw'emisango ng'awo okuyingiza Russia kalulu ka America mu 2016 mu kisanja kye ekyasooka ekiseera COVID-19 abunyisibwa atejjukira zizembalaga nga omukyala Kamala Harris bwe yavuganya naye mu kisanja ekyokubiri yagamba Trump yagaba amagezi ga America eri China nti era n'ab'amaanyi mu America bagamba America si yakuwona kisanja kya Trump ekirala.
Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself. It is well known that he said of Putin that he can do whatever the hell he wants and go into Ukraine. It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un. And it is absolutely well known that these dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again because they're so clear. They can manipulate you with flattery and favors. And that is why so many military leaders who you have worked with have told me you are a disgrace. That is why we understand that we have to have a president who is not consistently weak and wrong on national security, including the importance of upholding and respecting in highest regard our military. The Trump administration resulted in a trade deficit, one of the highest we've ever seen in the history of America. He invited trade wars. You want to talk about his deal with China? What he ended up doing is under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China to help them improve and modernize their military, basically sold us out, when a policy about China should be in making sure the United States of America wins the competition for the 21st century, which means focusing on the details of what that requires, focusing on relationships with our allies, focusing on investing in American-based technology so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing.
Now, I built one of the greatest economies in the history of the world, and I'm going to build it again. It's going to be bigger, better, and stronger.
Kino nomba nkulaga nti Trump okugezaako okukyusa amawulire bingi byaba alina okukola naddala ku nsonga eyo y'amaanyi ddala ekwatagana ku by'okukabasanya abakyala eya Epstein. Fayiro zino bwe zaali zitandika okufuluma ekyaddirira kwe kulekulira kw'abangi n'okwetonda nga ambasada wa Bungereza mu America Peter Mandelson yalekulira oluvannyuma n'akwatibwa okuli n'oli omulangira wa Bungereza Andrew Mountbatten Windsor era omwana owookusatu owa Queen Elizabeth owookubiri kati omugenzi. Ensonga eno Geneva, United Nations bwe yatuulanga 16 April 2026 yagamba batandike okukola ku ky'obwenkanya naddala okukukusa abantu ebiragiro mu fayiro za Epstein nga ebimu UN byafulumya bisoma nga tubivvuunudde nti tukwatibwako nnyo ku bigambibwa mu fayiro za Epstein omuli okukukusa abaana ab'obuwala abato okutwalibwa okukabasanyizibwa era twagala okunoonyezebwa okwannamaddala kukolebwe. Fayiro za Epstein zigambibwa okulaga bannabyabufuzi public figure abakungu bannabizinesi ku mutendera gw'ensi yonna n'abayivu nga bali mu bintu ebyo. Bino bigambo ebyafulumizibwa United Nations eyatuula nga 16 April 2026. Trump abadde ebbanga lyonna avulumirira olutalo gutandikibwa awatali kigendererwa kya Simba nga bwe gwali ku munne George Walker Bush Jr. okulumba Iraq.
Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker?
Well, you know, when she first got in and was named Speaker, I met her, and I'm very impressed by her. I think she's a very impressive person. I like her a lot. But I was surprised that she didn't do more in terms of Bush and going after Bush. It just seemed like she was going to really look to impeach Bush and get him out of office, which personally I think would have been a wonderful thing.
Impeaching him?
Absolutely, for the war. For the war.
Because of the conduct of the war.
Well, he lied. He got us into the war with lies. And, I mean, look at the trouble Bill Clinton got into with something that was totally unimportant. And they tried to impeach him, which was nonsense. And yet Bush got us into this horrible war with lies, by lying, by saying they had weapons of mass destruction, by saying all sorts of things that turned out not to be true.
Yalimba era n'agamba bamuggyemu obwesige. Trump okusiriikiriza fayiro za Epstein zaali zitukidde ddala. Yalina okuwagira Israel ku lutalo lwa Iran okutandika wali mu mwaka gwa 2025 omwezi ogw'omukaaga nga yennyini yasindiikiriza olutalo olwo lukomekkerezebwe.
They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that.
Era y'omu eyeegatta ne Israel okuba Iran nga 28 February 2026.
I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo.
The tyrants of Tehran target civilians. We target the tyrants of Tehran to protect civilians.
They have no Navy. It's been knocked out. They have no Air Force. It's been knocked out. They have no air detection. That's been knocked out. Their radar has been knocked out. These are bad people. These are people they killed. I guess it's 35,000. It's coming out 35,000 over the last 3 weeks. Protesters. And the leader of the pack is gone.
Ngana wano amatu n'amaaso gadda ku lutalo okwetoolola ensi yonna wazira luno Iran olwaggala Strait of Hormuz nga kyali kigenda kusuula obwannaggono bwa Amerika naddala mu by'ensimbi ate yalina kusooka kusiriikiriza kulwana awo n'okupanga ekirina okubanga emirembe mu Lebanon. Israel yali esitudde olutalo wakati mu lutalo olwa Iran bwe kityo bwe kuddamu okusituka kwa fayiro zino nga kiraga Trump yalina kyamanyi ku byakolwa Epstein eyaggalirwa n'alagirwa nti afudde newankubadde oluvannyuma lw'okunoonyerezebwa kulaga waliwo ebitamatiza mu nfa y'omukulu ono naddala wali nga balaga katambi nga mulimu eddakiika ezaggyibwamu ate nga n'akatambi kakwatemu. Ye puroguramu ettuli omumanyi n'omusunsuzi Bendikito Sekandi abamu gwe mumanyi nga Bento Trigger.